The video game, boys. The video game. A lot has happened. I would say I grinded quite a bit for the last 2 weeks. And what have I been grinding in this game by grinding Gear Games? My bank account, as you can see. No. I really enjoy this league. It gets a little bit... you do notice after now about a month, you're like, okay, I kind of want to play something else. Like, you kind of notice this, or I notice it about me. But I did quite a bit of stuff, and I think the first big thing is, of course, my Mageblood. So I finally got myself my Mageblood. I bought it for 255 divines, and if you're wondering, how did you get this much money? Well, here's a video of me opening my 50 million shipment. So, funny enough, only 5 divines, but 2 mirror shards and 3 power runes. I'm actually going to pause this video for now. This was... Let me actually check it out. When did I record this? This was on the 5th of September. Wow, I forgot to hit play. Nice. Good job, Mr. Inzik. I was constantly talking to you. But yeah, either way, 50 million... been running the whole time. It do be like this. Yeah, the 50 million shipment in the current league will give you stuff like this. You know, we have seen all the pictures. I mean, Inzik probably has seen all the pictures. He's like inside Path of Exile. He's like in the community, totally. So, where was I? Yes. It's... I don't know if this is common, but I think I got a little bit lucky with 3 power runes. Either way, I didn't even use most of that currency. What's then your favorite fetish? Oh god, Jesus Christ. So I didn't even use most of the currency in this tab. I still have the mirror shard, and I still have my power runes. Actually,
Mr. Inzig asked me, what's Daniel's favorite fetish? I have no clue what you're talking about. Let's keep it to the stuff that actually matters, like how much Daniel BR93 loves bread, or how they can't stop dying in video games. That's the real entertainment here.
Toxic? Hello? Slightly toxic right there, sir. I don't always die in video games, okay? Listen, I don't always die. But when I die a lot. What? Nothing. Around your filters. No, please don't. So yeah, I still have my mirror shard. I still have the power runes that I got, but I did do the 50 million shipment, which was roughly around 100 divines, and I do want to do another 50 million shipment, or let's say it the other way around. It is kind of insane, this league. If you can somewhat keep up with the gold cost of your town. And I think right now I'm a little bit lower, so maybe let's just pump this in. So yeah, depending on what you use in your town, I think right now my mappers are not actively working, which is fine. I think I don't want the mappers anyways anymore. It gets a little bit annoying with time. And you just ship your crops, you will at some point get to that 50 million shipment and will get yourself, I think, roughly 50 to 150 divines, right? That's literally passive income. The only thing you need to focus on is do your maps quickly, get gold, pump it into here, and if you wanted to, you can get maybe like great farmers. I think I don't even have like farmer tier 10s. I still have, I think, a few maybe like rank 8 ones. Okay, there are the few rank 10s. I try to, you know, get actually rank 10 people in here. Jesus Christ, you cost 1,622. Also, wait, why am I not using a rank 10 here? Why do you cost so much? Anyways, so yeah, you can definitely get like great farmers to get yourself some crops so you can send that 50 million shipment. And again, it's all passive to a degree, of course, because you do have to feed it with the whole you have to constantly feed the thing, the King's March with gold. Otherwise, everything stops. So you do have to play quite a bit. But other than that, it's probably a lot more accessible than doing some sort of than mapping, for example. Of course, if you map a lot and if you have a certain map strategy, you will make your 100 divines easily, bro. Which I will show in a bit. But everyone knows about ambush, or strong boxes. But if you don't have so much time, but you can farm lots of gold, then this is actually probably one of the most insane leagues ever created. Because, no, it's not some mobile game microtransaction, yes. Well, what exactly seems... It seems a little bit mobile-y, yes. But it's actually quite active at the beginning, because you build your town, and later on, it thankfully is more passive. How addicted to Path of Exile is Daniel. Nice. But yeah, in general, feed your town with gold and you will get yourself like 100 divine shipment or 100 divines from a huge shipment if you prefer that, or you do lots of small ones.
Mr. Insig asked me, how addicted to Path of Exile is Daniel? Daniel's so addicted to Path of Exile that they probably dream about grinding maps and crafting gear every night.
Yes.
Forget sleep. It's all about the loot. And let's be real, they probably love dying in video games, especially when they're stuck in a boss fight.
Why are you constantly talking about dying?
At least it gives us all a good laugh, right?
Yes,
Nothing
of course.
like witnessing a live Daniel can handle it moment while they're trying to figure out their build.
What? Exactly. Exactly indeed. Salty bot, indeed. Indeed. But yeah, in general, I also at some point started using the mappers more, but I feel like you really don't have to. You really don't have to. Sometimes you get a divine, sometimes you don't. I would just heavily focus on get a lot of gold, keep those farmers farming, and at some point you can send your massive shipment and get yourself a mirror shard, which is kind of insane that you can actually quite easily get a mirror shard this league, right? Like mirror shards are usually so rare. I think I have one in standard, and now I literally got 2 just by sending 1 shipment, right? And I think that might even be the average, so you can get even more, I think. So it's kind of insane how accessible this league is, and like the high end that can be possible if you wanted to. So it's also great for people that don't have so much time, but enough time to map a little bit, get their gold, feed the town, then every few days you come back to the game, or maybe you play every day a little bit, and at some point you have so much gold you don't know what to do with, which is a great point to have, because at that point you don't feel forced to run maps, right? You could just do something else, for example, which there's a little bit that issue. But in general, oh, that's a nice. I love some of those uniques. They just look sick. I mean, look at this unique design. Soul Strike. Love it. But yeah, also, I hope yeah, okay. But in general, I think there are so many like gold strats, but I think the best gold strat is, of course, just the one that you enjoy, right? Because if you start not enjoying farming something, then you will stop playing, and at that point, you will, well, stop playing, and then you don't get any gold. Of course, it's not perfect. I made the gold video last week. If you haven't seen on the YouTube channel. So that goes kind of into the idea of hopefully they add a little bit of something. Nice. And the character and the person is gone. Classic. Okay, I'm gonna go D&D. Oh yeah, I also got a new hideout, but anyways, this is like secondary to everything else. So the strat to get gold is, of course, well, I run ambush. I just run my ambush. So the fun thing is, I did the ambush strat.
Puggies!
Hey, Mr. underscore Insig. Thanks for subbing. You wrote me something. Let me read it out loud. That's really something.
Oh my gosh,
Hope
thanks,
you have
Mr.
a great
Insig,
day,
for
less than
subbing.
3.
Nice. I feel like I have like 16 things activated at the same time. Maybe I need to stop doing that. But yeah, thank you for subbing, Insik. Thank you. Where were we? Yes, funny thing, I actually did the ambush strat or strongbox strat at the beginning of the league, and then stopped doing it for whatever reason because I'm an absolute dumbass.
フロッピーバゲット
What? Nani? What was that? In other news, I have to say I have upped the volume of my of everything pretty much. Yeah, I've upped the volume of a few things. So I hope nothing is too loud. And if it is, give me a second. Wait, does this actually still work? Chris Wilson.
Stonks.
Nice. Love it. What the fuck? Yeah, I have... oh god, I actually have to go into the other one. I'm sorry, by the way, if it was a little bit too loud. There you go. God, I love it so much. It's so great. God, I love it. It's rough. It's rough, I tell you that. What is rough? Well, to be honest, speaker bot and streamer. Nope. It's rough. How on earth do I manage this that it's quieter? Well, I'll do it offline. Thanks again for the sub. So, strong boxes. Typical streamer moment. Done eating tacos. Let's go. So, typical TLDR is toxic sewer, strong boxes, no shrines, just strong boxes. Hey, are you doing? No, just strong boxes. And you blast through, and that's pretty much it. It is actually disgusting how much currency you can make with this strategy. It is stupidly... it's not overpowered yet. But yeah, it's pretty disgusting if you think of like the currency from like 2nd of September. So this was like last week, and then it's like more and more, and 100, 130, 165, 200. Boom. This was the shipment, by the way, as you can see. It goes from 242 to a 415 divines. And then, of course, the Mageblood. But yeah, you can kind of see how over like
ダニエル
2
ラ
days...
ブスパスオブエグザイルso much that he is getting a tattoo of his build on his lower back like a Trump stamp, right?
Wow. Give me a second. Give me a second. That is a little bit loud. Holy heck. Why is this so loud? Why is it so loud? Jesus Christ, my guy. Why? But yeah, strong boxes, pretty darn good. Definitely very consistent. It is a little bit boring though, to be fair, because you have to go... Like, you do a lot of maps where... No, I wouldn't say a lot of maps. It's fairly consistent, but the consistency is spread apart quite a lot. I'm out of points now. Good. Please don't spam it. Because it's... because, yeah, it's just very... Nice. Please don't. There we go. We'll activate it maybe next time. So, sorry for that. TLDR, by the way, I also upped the volume of my PC. I am now at 100% Windows sound, so everything should be way louder, which might be a mistake. I can lower it for you guys if it's like way too loud. I can't lower it for myself, I think, right now. So, but yeah, as mentioned, Strongbox says, got them busted. How much money do I have right now? Rip. Good. Is funny enough, the Mageblood feels worse than the Headhunter. Because with Strongboxes, you kill a lot of monsters, but it feels kind of like worse. And you're actually... I feel like I'm kind of weaker, especially if it's like the... what's it called? The whole detonate corpses around me or something. I'm pretty much insta-dead. But other than that, it's fairly nice. I do feel like that the skill might not be the best one to farm this area. Because I think Manny did Jesus Christ. I think Manny streamed. And he did like Toxic Sewer, Shrines, and... God, what was it? I think Kinetic Blast. That looked sick. That looked heckin' epic. But yeah, the skill is a little bit different. Might be a skill issue though. Might be a skill issue. I do have to say, it is surprisingly strong, this build now. As in, I can just go into bosses and kind of don't care. As long as I can hit the enemy, I kind of don't care about dying. It's fairly passive. And I am focusing on getting the last few challenges done, which is just throw money at the issue, like I said last week. Give it to me? No. But... I mean, Mageblood definitely feels good, right? Because it's a very consistent damage. But I feel like tanky... I'm not as tanky as with the Headhunter. Especially if you get a few buffs going. Like, that's what Headhunter became, right? It's more of a defense kind of thing. The speed... They removed the speed, right? And now the speed is all in Mageblood. Pretty much. Oops. Speed is all in Mageblood. Do another one. But you can see actually how my health like really drops because of the detonate dead or detonate corpses. So yeah, not really a lot, right? Not a lot of stuff came out of this map. I mean, the two. If you're like, oh my god, you got 2 cigarette maps, that's like crazy money. Sadly, no, because they're corrupted. So I have to like really like put them up for like 60 C. I don't know how much is a cigarette map, by the way. Bro, it's 50 C on the low end and 75. So 75 is the average, right? It's the normal price. But the problem is they are not normal. They're corrupted. So you can't sell them for the normal price, usually. So I have to like... I had like 12 cigarette maps that were corrupted. And I'm like, no one's buying them. Or every time someone is like, I will buy all your maps. And I'm like, hey, some of them are corrupted. Do you still want them? They never messaged me back. No one messaged me back because no one wants corrupted cigarette maps, right? You need to craft them unless you're an absolute god and your build can do everything. But that's just... Most people aren't that, right? So... yeah, I had to sell them way, way cheaper to actually get rid of them. That just do be like this. It's still consistent cash, right? Every cigarette map that you find can be a little bit of cash, and that's pretty neat, but they are corrupted like many other maps that you pick up, so it becomes a little bit annoying. I do enjoy this strat, though, So for the future, depending on what happens next league, I learned ambush is just really good. The problem is corruption, right? Corrupted maps are a little bit ass, but what if I play a build that doesn't care about corrupted maps? That can do every modifier. So maybe I will do that next league where I just play, you know, whatever I want. That can run every modifier. That would be interesting. That would be kind of interesting. Sounds like there's a market for someone who can uncorrupt them. You should spec into that. Become the uncorrupted. There, you can't uncorrupt stuff. That would be goddamn busted in this game. Imagine you could uncorrupt stuff. Shaggy, imagine you could double corrupt an item. You get like 2 implicits and then you can uncorrupt it and continue crafting. That sounds... sounds like mega power creep right there. Holy fuck. Whatever item you need to use to uncorrupt something, that becomes more expensive than a mirror. Mark my words. Uncorrupt stuff, but it sets all divine rolls to the minimum. No, that still doesn't matter. It's like he's speaking ancient Egyptian. Yes. Yes, Inzik. You'll play Path of Exile and you'll understand everything. You'll get into it. Don't worry about it. Can I please 6-link this for the love of God? Why do I want to 6-link this? I don't know. I just find... I love Widow Hail. It's just a cool-ass bow. You know, look at this bow. Look at it. It's a cool bow. No. What the... Flying Heck is a divine roll. You have rolls on your items, as you can see. Or actually, let's go with this one. It has a little bit... It looks a bit nicer to look at. And you see how I have 42 dexterity, right? But it has a roll between 30 and 50. And a divine orb, like this one right here, re-rolls those things. So if I would use that, which I won't do right now, for obvious reasons, it would roll every single modifier, and it's random how much you get, right? So that's why some items that have very high rolls are worth way more than the ones that don't. So, and you can force it, of course, with divines, but those divines are very rare. So it's on purpose, right? Because if you actually get something that is well rolled and it has a large variety between the low end and high end, the high end could be very, very, very expensive because it's so stupidly rare to get. By Omen of Connections, dude. What? I turned that off on purpose. I mean, maybe I can turn it back on again, but I feel like I shouldn't. So. I really shouldn't. Oh, wait, hold up. Maybe that works. SMH, dude. Okay, hold up, dude. I had to... It's interesting that you can still, like, do that, even though I turned it off. Because I... Okay, try it now. Dude. Rip my points. Yeah, bro, it's like... It's 150 points. It's literally nothing, let's be honest. Let's be real here. It's literally nothing. I think I found the setting to actually lower the volume. Again, it's SpeakerBot or StreamerBot. Those programs need like a complete AI UI rework. It's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. But I think everyone knows that. Everyone says like the UI is hot garbage in StreamerBot. It's just... It's rough. It's rough. And actually, I don't mind if the UI is a little bit whack if you give me just a good search function. If you have a good search function in a program that brings me exactly where I want to, awesome. That's all I really need, right? And it also needs to be tagged. So even something that is not literally those words, but has something to do with those words, it should still find it, right? That's like the absolute bare minimum, in my opinion, the program nowadays. Like, I want you to have lots of features, because that's what I pay for, right? But if I can't find it, It sucks. By the way, does the game lag for you guys too, or is it just me? Also, by Omen of... Oh, you mean Omen of Connections. Yeah, now I understand what you mean. Yeah, I could, but also I don't mind. Like, I think I've 6-linked something in like 150 fusings as well. So, I don't mind. Also, keep in mind, you can now auto... it auto-clicks for you. Keep that in mind, right? They have added that, so you don't have to like manually click it anymore. Just FYI. For people that didn't know the quality of life features they added, I think this or last league. I've 6-linked something in 60 fusion. That's my record. Nice. But yeah, this is pretty much the strat. I am going with not with the whole... Actually, maybe I should mention what I did before all this. By the way, I won't be doing this for long. We will be switching to a different game because I played it yesterday and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. So, what did I do before this? Oh, yeah, I did Harbinger. Not Harbinger, sorry. I want to try Harbinger. Harbinger. No, I did Harvest. I actually did Harvest juicing. And I ran a lot of Strand maps. It was actually pretty neat. I have to say, with this build, which is quite tanky, which deals good damage, I still die, of course, sometimes. To be like this with only like 7.4 KES, I'm bad. Still, it was actually kind of neat to just go into Harvest, blast a bunch of mobs, and you get consistent juice. And you get consistent currency from that. And you can also like bulk sell it for literally divines. I think you can just go, I don't know, how much is it right now? If I say I want crystallized, I think this is the most expensive one. I say divine. Look at this. 4,300 for one divine. I think I got 4,300 in about, on average, probably 6 maps. That's 6 maps for a divine. More or less. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a tier 4 monster, but sometimes you don't. Stream is lagging for me. Don't know if it's me or you. Really? I think just the video game itself. Path of Exile needs a lot of juice, I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't lag right now, though. So, yeah. If you do crop rotation, you can get like 50k in one map. Yeah, I don't like crop rotation. I just focus on the one thing I have right now, so that's totally fine. And yeah, it's really cool, actually, how... you also need to, I think, go for cornucopia or something, which is now more expensive. Like, you need to go for, I don't know, what do you take? I think you get, yeah, you do 1 doubling. Then you go for, I think, the influencing scarabs of hordes. And I think I went for mirrored rare monsters and magic pack size. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. What else did I use? Maybe I just did 5 for Elder Influence, or maybe I went for... No, I think I went for Domination, didn't I? Yeah, I think I went for Domination Scarab, just to make it a little bit easier. So, yeah. Of course, that is with Delirium 8 mod... Yeah, okay, that doesn't exist. I don't care about that stuff. Sorry, Shaggy. Again, you never talk about the high end or mention it is about the high end. Because I don't care about the high end of something because it just doesn't sound fun to me. And again, I also don't really care too much about the high end of Ambush, where it's like you go for the super expensive Scarab in tier 17 maps that are specifically crafted for this. Like, I don't care. I care about consistency, and if that consistency isn't there with a certain strat, I do not care about it. And speaking of consistency, that's also the reason why I stopped doing the Harvest strat, even though it's very good, and I highly recommend trying it out, because you realize, wow, this actually works, right? And it's great if you find a strat that makes you currency in this game, but the problem I had with it is I had great and fun maps. I made currency. And then there is this one map where I accidentally pressed the because you run each of worlds, you choose the player option that gives you rarity and quantity to items, which you want, but then you also have projectiles shoot in random directions, and the entire map is fricked. It is absolutely over for you. That map will take you 5 times longer than everything else in the video game, and it's awful. It's such a bad feeling where it's like, oh yeah, this is really fun, to I hate my life. And this happens so many times for me. Partially because I can't read, but also it's altas. I'm not a fan of altas, to be honest. Like, genuinely, I'm not a fan of them. I'm okay with sometimes reading them, and if I get into it. But yeah, long term, I wish there would be a strat like last league with back to basics, where it's like, you have no influence, but let me juice everything up on average, right? I love that so much, because it's like, again, back to basics, right? You have a map, juice it up, that's it. No alters, no nothing, no influence, just pure juice and whatever you put into it. But yeah, because I couldn't run Each of Worlds too much, and I got a little bit sick of it. I was like, all right, let me go back to basics. Let's do Searing Exarch influence, because again, monsters spawn instantly. It's way better. And of course, ambush works. This is quite expensive though. Like, I have to spend about 2-3 divines every 20 maps just to get the scarabs. But believe me, you get that back easily. It's ridiculous, actually, how much currency I get. I think I got dropping 2 divines from a Strongbox, no issue. Dropping, let's actually just do another map while I'm chatting. It's a just chatting stream now. Nope. Nearly went the wrong one. Sometimes I also just get 2 Waldo puzzle boxes, right? And I'm like, well, that's cash right there, right? And it's so easy, to be honest, to just make some currency. And I have started to pick up, what's it called? I started to pick up some chaos again, but lately I was like, okay, let me actually just focus on doing maps faster, because I think that just makes also more currency. So yeah, I stopped picking them up again. But you can, of course, if you wanted to, you can just pick up, you know, every single little thing, go for all the little bubblegum currency, if you enjoy that, and you might make more, but your maps probably don't take 2 to 3 minutes. They probably take 5 minutes, depending on how fast you, of course, run through those areas. Boom, boom. You will hit 10k often, though. If you're saying like you'll probably hit 30k. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You kind of don't care about anything else, though, right? You only care about the blue and yellow, and the rest is kind of useless. So I kind of like to focus on just that, and that's it. Nice. Another another corrupted cigarette maps, which is, again, not easy to sell, but it is if you sell it, and if you find someone who's like, just give me all your cigarette maps, I can run it all, I'm an absolute giga chat, and he will just bulks buy 12 cigarette maps that are corrupted for 60C each, which happened to me. I'm like, perfect, let's just give this guy everything, and yeah, there we go, it's like 60C per map found. Well, okay, that's very lucky, to be honest. That doesn't happen all the time, okay? Don't clip this. This is not the average, by the way. So, this is not the average, okay? But again, you know, this literally pays for the next six rotations of 20 maps. You know what I mean? Like, this just happens. I saw OG Star Wars, nice. Now happens yeah, of course, every map I get like 7 years bad luck. Okay. Bro, I have been running this goddamn map for years, and this is my very first apothecary. I have I have scryed this map. I have scryed this map years ago. Years ago. This is the very first apothecary. The very, very, very first one, okay? It's not worth it. Don't do this. It has taken so many maps. It probably has taken probably 200 maps at this point. Maybe more, actually. Yeah, okay. I mean, okay. This is not the average, okay? Like, how much is that, by the way? Okay, 2.6. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I haven't shown this, but I did a gamba because I ran a map, right? And I got, to show it, I got the Immortal one. So, which gives a House of Mirrors. I got 2 of them. You know, it's again from the Strongbox, right? You drop 1 and it gets double duplicated. And yeah, I gambled it away. So there's 1. And my idea was, what I like to do is, if I sacrifice a stack, right? Or I craft it. The good thing is about it, if I lose twice in a row, the 3rd time or 4th time, right? Let's imagine I lose 3 times in a row. 3 times. The 4th attempt will be mathematically has a higher chance to actually be good, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's all just 1s and 0s. But brain-wise, small brain-wise, it makes a difference. So that's usually what I do, right? And here you see I get lucky and lucky and lucky. Just with the wrong card. Look at this. I just got lucky with the wrong card. And I'm like trying to lose so I can then use the thing I actually wanted, right? Which didn't happen, by the way. Like, as you can see. So I was like, all right, let's put this in. It duplicated again. And I'm like, God damn it. Let me lose once or twice in a row so I can use the card I actually want to duplicate, right? Because this card is like 40 C each or something. It's not a lot. And I'm like, God damn it. Okay, let me... And I win again. I won again. But the wrong card. And I'm like, God... And I won again. And I'm like, God damn it. Okay. Nothing happened. And I won again. And I'm like, oh my God, just let me lose twice or 3 times, right? And at this point, I was like, keep in mind, no one's stressing me, right? But you kind of want to win big, right? It's kind of the gambler's fallacy. So here I lost, right? And I think I was like, oh my God, I lost once. All right, boys, here we go. Let me make the big money, boys. Actually, no. Yeah, I lost twice now. I just needed now more juice, so I bought even more juice. But I lost twice now. And I was like, all right, the 3rd attempt now, this will be it. It's going to be it. Am I right? I hate my life. I mean, bruh. Why? Why is it a thing? So yeah. And then I uninstalled the video game. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it do be like this. It do be like this sometimes. So, what are we gonna do with this now? That's 55 divines. What? Jesus Christ. How is this 55 divines? God damn. Yeah, we can win big here or lose very big as well. Okay, gamble. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna gamble. We'll see. Okay, so first of all, I need crystallized this. I have divines. Let's just do 3 divines. There we go. Tink. Give me that tink. Come on, man. Oh my God. Yo, can I have my juice, please? Just go all in right away. The longer you wait, the worse the luck. Nah. Again, I don't have to... There we go. I don't have to stress myself. So for people who don't know, Harvest gives you this juice, this life force. In the community, we call it just, life, like juice, harvest juice, but it's life force, right? And there are different life forces which can do different types of crafts, as you can see right here. You just have to put the item in here to craft it. But there is one which is specifically about divination cards, which says sacrifice up to half a stack of divination cards to receive between 0 and twice that amount of the same card. So it can completely delete it, give you the same amount back, as in nothing changes, and you put one in and you get one back, so nothing changed, or it duplicates it to 2. There is a limit, though. If you put in 6 and the max stack is 6, nothing can happen. So, for example, this says you can only have up to 5, right? 1 out of 5. So if you put 5 in, it doesn't make it 10. Because it already received the max stack. That's probably just a way to limit the player to maybe put in too many big stacks. Otherwise, like if you win, imagine you could put a stack of 20 in there and suddenly you have 40 apothecaries. Like, okay, league is over, right, boys? So you have to limit the player a little bit, but it might also be because this spot here itself has also... I think it might also just be a technical limit on purpose. Or maybe they just like, okay, do we need to, make it this complicated? So I'm going to put these in, and I hope I lose twice in a row, and then I'm going to use the 7 years bad luck. We call it juice since, even Oshabi calls it juice, true. And I duplicated it, god damn it. Too many stacks, heck. Oh my god. Okay, lost 1. Lost 2. Please lose again. Nothing happened. Okay. We're gonna put another one in. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. So actually... God damn it. Okay. Well, I have 3 now. We're getting there. See, you're ruining your luck. I swear to God. Stop. Oh, shoot. There we go. Hold up. You get less now. Oops, never mind. I was too slow. Well, there goes 6 divines. Which is maybe not worth it. Alright, let's put this one in. There it is. So now that is lost. Okay, we lost this. There it goes. Rest in peace, Apothecary. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. There's this. So now we put all 3 in. Rip. Rip. There you go. About 60 divs plus 6 divines down the drain. Let's go. All right. Do be like this. There we go. We gambled. So that's the reason why I don't like to do this. Because you can hit big, but you usually lose all of it. So, yeah. For the future, no. Literally, I could have had 60 divines in my thing right now, or I lost it all. So that's why, to be honest, it is never worth it. In my opinion, it's never, ever worth it to just gamble stuff away. It's fun if you already have way too much cash and you do not know what to do with it. Literally, like you need to have thousands of divines or literally 6 mirrors sitting here and you're like, I don't know what to do. Oh, let's just gamble, you know? Then it's absolutely fine, right? If you have too much money or too much currency and you don't know what to do with it. But if you're like me, who has no mirror, this doesn't care right now, this doesn't matter. 13 divines, and you actually need the cash so I can finally finish the goddamn challenge and get haunted spirits, it wasn't worth it at all. So, highly recommend not doing this. No, you learned from me. It literally is never worth it, in my opinion. It really never is. But yeah, there goes 60 divines down the drain. And yeah, also the apothecary scrying, I will never, ever do this again. It's genuinely not worth it. Because if you think about it, I had 200 divines. I think I made roughly 200 divines just running many toxic sewer maps with strong boxes. But the amount of toxic sewer maps I ran to get 200 divines is probably a third of what I ran in total this league. And I have this map scried for nearly the beginning. Just think about that. Just think about that. So you need like an ungodly amount of maps to then get one apothecary for 50 divines. It's a cool moment. It isn't worth it. I would never, I might actually just ignore scrying in the future. I was just very lucky to run one defiled cathedral out of 20 I prepared, and I found him, right? I found the nameless seer to scry the divination cards over. I would never do this again, because I think it's such a waste of time and so bad to run. Imagine you want to run a map like, I don't know, what is a good map? I don't know, I'm not going to find it right now, whatever. One that just gives you fortunate, for example, right? You want to scry common things like the fortune. Yeah, for example, that's way better. Do something somewhat common like fortunate. It's a nice little tink once in a while, instead of literally nothing, literally, until you hit the big apothecary. It's not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. So I would never do this again. But again, I might not scry at all in the future if they don't change it in a major way, which they probably won't, because you would have to run a map that you do not like first to then run the map you want. That just seems ass backwards to me, right? That just seems so... I know why they're doing it, but God, no. If you want to maybe go big, maybe Spider Forest. But again, Spider Forest for the Headhunter card, right? The Doctor. Really cool. You probably, one, don't find it. Second of all, you would have to run dozens of Spider Forest maps to then actually do the strat you want. Is that worth it? No. Again, like I said, I ran a third of all the maps I ran this league were probably toxic sewer maps, and I haven't found a single apothecary, but I made over 200 divines. And one apothecary is 55 divines. The price went down, to be fair, but still, right? It's just really not worth it. It's really not. Noise. Well, that was a good stream. Divine Beauty is also a good map. But again, Underground Sea map is an awful map to run. If you're like, well, is it really that bad? Yes, it's really that bad. It's pretty bad. If you don't have a build that just, like, I don't know, implodes the entire screen 6 times over, I think it's an awful map to run. Let's run one for the memes. And then we're gonna switch to the boat game. Underground Sea. Also, the bad part is, if you're blind like me and can't see stuff, it's really bad, because I can't see the enemies. So, there's that. See, there's another... whoops, there's a corner you can't go. Whoops, there's another corner you can't go. Whoops, 17 billion walls. Screw you. Nope, never mind. There's nothing here. Whoops, there's another wall. Watch me find Nameless Seer right now. I'm gonna actually scry the other man. Like, I'm gonna scry instantly. I'm gonna scry so hard. There are like 16 walls. Everything is like kind of whack, kind of weird. Yeah, God, it's bad. If I would have to run this map all day, every day, I would just like... Woof. Hell no. Smash the boat game! Friday! Yes, boat game very soon. Very soon. Maybe right after this. I played it yesterday. Played the boat game. That is actually out since quite some time now. There you go, nothing. Again, look at the layout. God, it's so bad. God, I love Toxic Sewer so much. God, I love Toxic Sewer so much. It's so much better. Look at this, and now let's look at the weird. Also, the boss is a little bit weird. Yeah, the boss is also worse than Toxic Sewer, to be honest. Look at this now. Oh my god. Nice, bro. Well, I guess I got some money back here. Worth, boys. And to be honest, that happens so many times. Believe me, if you run a lot of toxic, like a lot of strong boxes, like double divines happens so many times. It's insane. It really is just pretty much a cheat to make currency. It's a beautiful cheat. I love it. Like, please keep it in the game. Please don't change it. Please, I beg you. Oh, can reopen it. That's nice. Well, that's the one we wanted. Anyways, money. I think that was the map, right? Oh, there's another one. Oh, God. Didn't see I could open this one. There we go. Oop, oop. I think this map was really popular back then. I think during Scourge, right? I think during Scourge it was like super popular. See what I mean? Like now you wait for this boss to like do its thing. It just takes so long. It's really not worth running this map. It's like this took me roughly the same amount of Toxic Sewer, to be fair. But it also feels worse. So I used to run this map when Divine Beauty was dropping relatively often from the boss. Last league it never dropped in 100 maps. So that's when I think they changed it into the core map. Yeah, I think they changed it. Yeah, Divine Beauty was previously just a boss. It can drop from everywhere. How much is that? That's one Divine, right? Ignoring the 2 Divines that dropped. So, yeah. But as mentioned, strong boxes are just absolutely disgusting. They just really... they just work. You know, it just works, you know. It just works. I mean, we all know, I think that. I mean, I ran this at the beginning of the league, but I didn't do a full ambush strat because it does take quite some currency to get into and to start off, but you will just snowball so fast, right? If you think about, just even think about this one map that I just did with quite lucky, you know, a divine drop plus it duplicated, so it's 2 divines, plus now the Divine Beauty I just got. That pays for the next 20 maps. But it just took one map. Now, the chances that you now have 19 maps of nothing is very low. Like, you will just snowball. But I understand if you don't like the Strongbox gameplay. I totally understand that, because I think previously with the Deadeye character, I also didn't like it. Like, anything touched my character, I'm dead. You know? Ice Nova, Explosion, whoops, you're ignited. Like, anything just killed my character. It just felt awful. That's why I stopped doing strong boxes, because I got pretty annoyed by it. But I think in the future, I will, like, rethink that and, like, genuinely just play a better build. Like, not you, I should play a better build that can handle some sort of, like, damage, right? Like, the moment I get, like, one pew-pew in my face and I'd, like, fall over, I feel like I shouldn't play these builds, right? To be fair. I think 30 Greed might be fun, but I think long-term, I really enjoyed this character right now because it can handle quite a bit. It's not super tanky. I think it's, like, 12k physical hit or something, but I think that's fine. Right? Still, Detonate Dead is kind of toxic, but I can mostly handle... I can handle it a lot with this build. Especially with Headhunter, it was even tankier. Now with Mageblood, it's more consistent, but technically weaker, right? Because you don't stack all those buffs. In addition, by the way, I also went away from Berserk and Rage, and I just got this one. I just got the, minimum endurance charges and endurance charge on kill. And that's it. Right, so I'm even tankier during the map. I'm technically weaker and deal less damage than before, but, I don't care. It's about the consistency, right? I want the consistency, and I want to have a nice mapping experience, and that's pretty much it, right? I think I would rip that person that just got sent to the void. I think I would only take this away, like the endurance charge on kill, when I get my... If I even get those, to be honest. I'm pretty much done with the league. If I get the whole Grand Spectrum gems and have 3 of them, right? Because then I have a consistent 3 endurance charges, 3 frenzy charges, and a lot of avoid elemental ailments. And I think at that point I would be... Holy mother of God. I think I would feel pretty okay taking this away, which would nerf me a little bit, to be fair. But, yeah, I can maybe then get back to Rage, or maybe I can take something else. I don't know what is another great thing to have for this build. I don't know if there's anything else that would be interesting. That doesn't really matter. Can I... There are no more power charges on the map right now. I have this power charge. That's a frenzy. That's a frenzy and endurance. So I got all the power charges. There are a few more I can get, but still, Yeah. Oh yeah, also I think I took this mana node instead of this int node. It felt a little bit strange. I feel like 78 mana is not enough. Because sometimes I... spammed against a unique or rare monster. Like, I just hold down and just hit the enemy. The issue is, I never had enough mana to actually have Sniper's Mark apply on the enemy. So 78 mana is not enough in my opinion. I would need more, and that just feels bad right now. So, yeah. Just a FYI if you ever want to try this. And I think before that I was 72, and that was also obviously not enough. So probably need a little bit more mana somewhere. But yeah, we'll see how much more cash I will put into this character. I definitely want to get the Haunted Tormented Spirits thingy. And then I get Dorianis Machinarium, which is a 10 divine map. And then I think I'm pretty much done nearly with the league. I am pretty close. Pretty close. That is the Haunted, that's the one enchantment, right? Journey, Time, and Power Rune. That's exactly what I need to get the Haunted Tormented Spirits enchantment. This is just buy the map, which is 10 divines. Use the divine font. I'll just wait for an easy endgame labyrinth. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think that would literally be 2 labyrinths and you're done. Funny enough, I actually got this accidentally. So I spent 1,000 Chaos Orbs to buy 10 King of the Mists invitations. Because I just wanted to gamble and see what comes out. It wasn't worth it. Don't do it. It's god-awful. I wasted pretty much all of that money. All of that currency. But I got this one, this challenge, and I also got the Syndicate Mastermind challenge, so maybe I can also do the other ones? I don't know. I mean, the easiest one would probably be Zara, right? Empowered Endgame Labyrinth. What is the empowered one? It's one of these, right? It's not the normal one. It's probably one of the other ones. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that. Extravagant equipment. Again, spend money. There's that. And then I think the last one will be... Not this one. The last one will be complete tier 17 maps, 13 out of 50. So I will just run all my fortress maps and craft them to be super mega easy and just slap in 5 domination scarabs and slap in headhunter and then just run through. So, there's that. Yeah, it's one of the 3 extra ones. Okay. I don't know. Let's check. Oops. Empower. No. Offering. That's probably it, right? Labyrinth? Is there a labyrinth option? Expedition to choose. Legion. It's probably a fragments thing, right? Yeah. Tribute. The labyrinth rewards have been enriched. Enriched. Additional time. I recommend checking what each does. Yeah. Have been enriched, can be used additional times. Oh, that's actually sick. Gift of the Goddess. Yeah, so I can actually use this one. Yoink. And bought. So if I can use this 3 times, I only need to do 1 map. Not what I meant. No, that's what I mean, though, because I can just do 1 map and then be done with it. So that's good. And then I hopefully don't get hit by Izaro, and that's that. It just then increases difficulty too. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. If I'm a little bit careful and just, single target is fine. We'll see. And if I die, I die. Whatever. It's 200 chaos. Again, it's 200 chaos, and I just ran a few maps and got like 6 divines just by running 2, 3, 4 maps, right? Again, Strongbox strat is just really good because money isn't a big issue anymore. You know you can make that currency, that's it. So yeah, that's the cool part about it. That's the cool part. That's what I loved about the previous league. Because yeah, T17 maps just pooped out currency. It's less pooping right now, but it's pooping enough.
Bruh.
There you go. You're welcome. So, we're switching game. But first, toilet.